Hi guys, today I want to talk to you about the DJI OSMO Pocket P3 camera. So I got this little guy because it's so lightweight, it looks fun to use, so I decided to give it a try. So I ordered it, and I wasn't very disappointed. First, to start off with, it comes in this case, and inside you get the camera. Inside its case, you get the charging cables, USB-C on both ends. You get, this is a backup battery, and to charge it right there, you put the USB-C right there and into your cube or into your battery pack. You get a microphone, you get one microphone, and it comes with a windscreen that you can just pop on, the dead cat as we call them, and it just snaps on. And it's good to use when it's noisy outside. And I see a lot of people don't use it, but it really helps because it buffers a lot of the extraneous surrounding noise and wind. So you get that, and the microphone connects via Bluetooth. You pair it through this side, and then you turn it on right here, and the blue light is on, and it'll flash, and sometimes it'll turn green, and when you start to film, it'll just automatically be on. It'll sometimes turn green when you're not using it or saying anything, but the microphone is on. You get another little base in this pocket here that charges there. It goes there, it can charge, and this has these quarter screw so that you can put the tripod legs on it and stand the camera up. This one, like so. And this one also has it. So this is like a backup battery. And this one. And once you put the camera on it, it snaps on. Like so. Snaps on, and you can put the camera down and walk around, and the camera will track you and film you from a distance or whatever you need. So that's how that works. So that's that, and this just pops off like that. And then let's see, then of course you get all the instruction pamphlets, warranties, and all that inside a nice little package. And a nice carrying case, which it's tight when everything is in there. But inside the camera carrying case, you have a wide angle lens that magnetically fits inside the case right there, like that. And when you want to put it on the camera, it just will. When you turn the camera on, it fits the magnet like so. But be careful, this little lens is very, very easy to lose. I've dropped it a few times, especially if you're on a train or a plane or some mode of transportation, and it can roll between the seats and stuff, and sometimes it's a little tricky and slides out of your hand. So sometimes what I do is I just hold on to it, and I might put it like in my wallet or something like that until I can get to a better place to make sure I get it secured. So put that back inside the case, because I did almost lose it a few times, and it's not fun. It's not fun at all. So the items that it comes with is out of the way. Let's talk about the camera. This is how you turn the camera on. This is one way. You can press that, the camera will come on. When the camera initially comes on, the screen is vertical, and you can film in vertical mode. And it also tells you your battery limit up there and how much time you have left on your SD card. So, but you can also flip the screen this way and change the mode of how you want to film 4K, 2.7K, 1080p, 16.9 ratio, and your frames per second from 1080p all the way up to 4K, from 24 frames per second all the way up to 60 frames per second. And so therefore, I usually shoot in 60 frames per second just in case I want to slow my footage down and have some slow motion of a certain scene, and later say, oh, I wish I had filmed that in 60 frames per second because that will look really nice in slow motion. Excuse me, I have a cold. So that will look really good in slow motion, but I didn't film it in 60. And if I film it in 24 and then try to put it in a 24 frame per second timeline or a 30 frame per second timeline and then try to slow it down, you might have some lagging and stuttering and some blacked out frames, and it might work, it might not work, but it's better to just film it in 60 and slow your footage down to 24 frame per second timeline when you're doing your editing. So that's that. Now, from the top, we have the modes. This one is for saving your favorite settings on the camera, such as your color, Kelvin, for daylight, nighttime, whatever, or just, favorite filming modes that you prefer. So that's what that is. The next one has a lot of functions here, and it looks like it's kind of blurry when I try to. Let's see if I can get it to come clearer for you. It says screen rotate and capture. That's if you want the screen to rotate and capture, or on last settings. I leave mine on last settings, or video, or low light, or hyperlapse. So I just leave mine on last settings because that's what I like to film with. And then the next one is the brightness of the screen, 100%. You go down. If you want to turn it down, you can just turn it down, turn it up. Maybe that light is too much of a glare on it. Let's see. If I turn it this way, maybe you can see better. So that's how you do that. Then this mode is selfie off on. Selfie off on mode. So when it's yellow, it's on. When it's off, it's not yellow. This setting has a lot of settings here. It's for the wireless mic. You can connect 2 of these DJI microphones. You can also buy these separately. So you can connect 2, and they connect with Bluetooth, and it'll tell you that they're on, or that they're both on, or one is on. And you can do the settings for your microphone here, whether it's LED or vibration, low cut, all the settings, 32-bit recording, format for transmitter 1, transmitter 2. You can set all that up right there. Gimbal startup direction is forward, or you can make it start up when it comes on. You want it to be facing you or backwards. I just have it forward. How do you want your camera to come on? To power off. Rotate screen to power off. That's what I have mine set at. And then at 2 seconds or never power off. I keep mine at now so that when I rotate it, it powers down the camera immediately. So I'm not wasting my battery. Another way to turn the camera on is just to flip the screen up and you're ready to start filming. So also, let's see. Okay, so we were there. And wearable mode. The camera locks in a selfie mode after enabling wearable mode. The screen turns off in 5 seconds, and then you have to double tap the screen to recenter the gimbal, and then you swipe up to exit the wearable mode. So that's that. Then you have slider control. That's the joystick here. I use it for zoom, but you can also use it for gimbal, to control the gimbal. I use mine for zooming in and out. And then selfie flip. That way you can film selfies. It will flip the selfie if you turn that mode on. I leave it off. And then built-in mic auto backup is on. Right here is a built-in scratch microphone, and so therefore I leave that on in case I have a failure with my little microphone here, that I will at least have some scratch backup audio to connect to my video. And the OTG connection is you can use a Type-C to Type-C PD cable to connect the camera to an Android device. But I have an iPhone, so I'm not worried about that. Wireless connection. This is also wireless info, wireless frequency. You can also transfer your images. There's an app on your phone that's the DJI Mimo app. And when you log in, it recognizes your camera and connects, and your iPhone or your Android can be used as a monitor, almost like a drone monitor, your phone. And you can also transfer images from the Osmo to your phone. But you know, that's a lot of footage, so I just take it from the card, and then I put the card in a card holder, and then into a card reader, and get my footage. So back to that. Then we have the gimbal calibration. Sometimes the gimbal gets a little out of whack and you have to start over. And so to do that, you just screw in the, you can either place it like this. Oh, sorry. It's a durable camera here. So you can just have it stand like this on a flat surface. Hit confirm. If it's on a flat surface, it goes through a little countdown. And so now it's calibrating the gimbal. It says don't move or touch the device. So I'll let it do its thing. Give it a few seconds. As you can see, the head of the gimbal is rotating. It's correcting itself. And then it says calibration successful, confirm. So then joystick speed, fast or slow, and then you confirm how you want it, 1 or 2, 3, or how fast you want it to zoom. Okay, and then you also have video compression. HEVC is what I use. It also has the following settings. Can only generate videos in high efficiency HEVC format. Video D-Log-M, the color profile, the video HLG color profile, the video 3K and supported frames per second, and video 2.7K in a portrait orientation and supported frames per second, and slow motion 4K 4 times or 1080p 8 times. So you have that. Then you have sounds. That's the sound of your camera, of the little beeps and things it makes, high, medium, low, or mute. And then reference line. This is your grid. You can turn a grid on your screen. Let's see if I can see if I do it. See, now the grid is on. Okay, so I can turn this way. So get back to grid here. So I can turn the grid on or off, or I can put on the 2.31 guides. You can turn it on there. So I don't usually have the grids on. Sometimes, but not all the time. So, and then, let's see, I think that's it under that one. Sound reference line. Okay, time code, anti-flicker. You can set your anti-flicker for 50 hertz or 60 hertz. Sometimes you'll get like flickering lights and stuff in the background, depending on the frequency of the hertz of the electricity in the house or whatever. So you can change it to do the anti-flicker. And I think in the EU it's different than the UK. Can't remember if they're 50. I think maybe the US is 50. I can't remember. But anyway, then we have time codes. You can do time codes. Reset the time code there. And also Also, naming management. You can have folders and file names. You can have the screen off when you're recording. I have never, because I want to see what I'm recording. Auto power off. It says in 5 minutes, but I have mine to go off when I turn the screen down, or the LED light. Continue. This you can continue last live stream. Those settings that you have there, and your language, your format of your card, factory reset. You can do that there, and you can get information about your device here. And there's some compliance info there. So that's that. Then this is where you can change from a portrait mode to landscape or auto rotation, and it will, that's the landscape, the portrait. When you do the vertical filming, it's going to switch to 3K resolution, not 4K. And auto rotation, it's going to switch to 4K resolution. I usually film in landscape for 16:3. And then rotational speed. How fast do you want your gimbal to rotate? Slow, the gimbal moves slowly to make it smoother videos, or the default, or fast. The fast is when you're trying to capture fast moving subjects, like, you know, people running at the Olympics or something like that. So I just keep on the default for now, depending on what I'm filming. And then this is for gimbal modes. The first one is a follow mode. This mode is suitable for most scenarios, including vlogs or selfie videos, just to follow you around as you talk and doing your vlog. This is a tilt lock, and the horizon level is going to be locked and level, and that's suitable for scenarios with the camera movements such as push in, pull outs, and pans. So you don't want it going side to side and doing all kinds of things. And the next mode is FPV, and so the camera will rotate freely, and it'll follow device movement, and that's suitable for some creative shots, high, low, things like that. And then the last one is FPV1, and this way the camera always keeps the same direction with the touch screen, and it's suitable for quickly capturing subjects directly facing the touch screen. So I usually have mine on follow. Sometimes I use the tilt lock or the FPV. It depends on obviously what you're shooting. So that's that there. Now to see what you filmed, like say I'm going to film this right here, you just hit record right there. You'll see the little record, the little red record button and timer. And to stop it, you just press the same button to stop. Now if you want to see the what you just recorded, you swipe to the right and you see what you just recorded. And you're like, I don't like that. Then you hit these little 3 buttons here and trash it. Delete. To see everything you've recorded, or if you like it, you just hit the little heart button. To see everything you've recorded, you would hit those little 4 dots up there, and you will see everything that you've recorded for the day or for whenever, and that's where it is. Now, so then the other settings, I showed you that, you can go from 1080 to 4K in different frames per second there. And then when you swipe right to left, you have Pro mode on or off. Pro mode is when you want to control all the manual camera functions yourself. You can have exposure on auto, or you can put it on manual and put your EV that you want there. Okay, and your white balance, you can have it on auto white balance. The camera automatically set itself. And sometimes if you can do manual and you just pick the Kelvin pick the Kelvin number that you want for their light there, and then you hit confirm. And say you do that and you're like, oh, but I'm not sure. So then you go back here and you can go back to auto white balance. So to recalibrate, you can get a white piece of paper, something very white, put it in front of your camera. This table is bright, but you can't really see it. Do the auto white, confirm, and let it calculate itself like that. So you can do that. Then for color, you can have D log M. You can have normal, which is like just filming with your cell phone. HLG, like that's a 10-bit color. But I like to film in D log M because I like to try to color my footage in DaVinci Resolve. And so the footage that you will have will be super undersaturated, and that's so that you can color it and bring up the colors and bring out more of the resolution in your image, in your footage, yourself, and color it how you want it. And get back there. Okay, it also has glamour effects on or off. Glamour effects, you turn it on and it's supposed to, you have to connect to your DJI Mimo app to view the glamour effects, to see how you look, see if you like it, if it's smooth or anything like that. But you're not going to be able to film, I don't think, in D log M with the glamour effects on. I'm not sure, but I don't think so. But so you might just get like a cell phone type footage with some glamour effects on, smoothing a little bit, I believe. Focus mode, single mode, autofocus. The autofocus will operate one single time, and that's suitable for capturing motionless subjects. And continuous autofocus continues to operate, which is suitable for capturing moving subjects. Then you have the product focus mode, and that focuses on the subject in the foreground, which is suitable for showing subjects that are closer to the camera, and it's going to give you a little shallow depth of field for things that are going to be behind it, are going to be a little bit blurry. So those are those modes. Okay. Now, then we have, what is this? Image adjustment default. I think maybe it might adjust for, I kind of want to say for some kind of RBG lens, what do you call it? Like corrections, abnormalities, like, can't think of the term now. I'll have to put it up and across the screen when I can think of the correct word. And you can just leave that on default and it'll take care of it itself. And if you turn off the Pro mode, then it just will film just like your cell phone camera and operate that way. So as you can see, it's in, I'm going to get out of that 1080p. I like to film in 4K at 60 because I want to be able to slow my footage down if I want to have something in slow motion without having black frames or missed frames. And the card is a micro SD card, and at 4K 60 frames per second I can film 2 hours and 12 minutes. And I'll show you the card. It goes right here. And this is a micro SD card, and it goes in with a little hump toward the left, and when you put it in, you just kind of use your nail to make it click in, but be careful because it can go flying across the room. So I always kind of put my finger over that side too, one side, just in case it comes flying, that it'll hit this thumb and not go flying out across the room. And it's starting to get a little hot. It gets a little warm actually, but I like when it turns off that the lens of the camera turns itself inward to protect the lens, and it goes back into the case this way, snaps in. And I always use the wrist strap like so, and I hold it in my hand like this when I'm traveling or I'm out and I'm using it, because people have been known to snatch things out of people's hands and run, like your purse or your wallet or cameras or whatever. So if they try to do that, at least I still have an attachment to my wrist of the camera. So they might get away with something, or they might break the string, but they'd have to pull really hard to get it off. So that's that, and everything goes back nicely into the little carrying case. The first thing is the tripod, and then on top of the tripod, the extra battery, the extra charging and base there. The microphone can fit in this pocket there. These are just my extra little things I use when I'm filming something else, and it's a USB-C female to USB male, and then this one is for a USB-C and a female USB. I use that for other reasons when I'm filming, to fit other adapters or devices that I have, but I keep it in here just so that I won't lose it for other microphones and stuff that I have. So then that's that, and then okay, you don't want to forget your charging cable. It's important to always have that there, because you never know, you can always hook your camera to a battery pack like this one I use, and you can still operate your camera from that and charge the battery of the camera, and then this back in there like that, and zip it all up like that. And I just put this little hook, like a rock climbing hook, onto the little leash here, and I can hook it to the front of my backpack when I'm going out somewhere, if I'm going to want access fast to the camera, and I can keep up with it, so I don't have to keep digging deep inside my backpack to look for it. So that just came in handy to add that there. So guys, that's my little review of the DJI OSMO Pocket 3. I highly recommend it, and the main thing, what you're probably wondering now, is the cost. Well, this is the Creative Combo Package. The Creative Combo Package comes with the microphone, the extra wide angle lens, the extra charging bases, and tripods, and this nice case and everything. And that with everything will run you about $700 or so. And if you don't want the microphone, and you don't want the extra wide lens, and you don't want all the other stuff inside, then you can probably pick it up for about $500. Yes, it's expensive because it is a camera with a gimbal, and so it does a lot. It packs a lot of punch. I highly recommend this camera for any vloggers or YouTubers really familiar with a lot of photography, cinematography terms, and how to do things. It just pops up and it's ready to go instantly, and you have your voice and your audio right there. So I highly suggest it if you're going to be investing in your YouTube vlogging career, and that's what I think, and I really like it, and I'm glad I bought it, and I would buy it all over again. Thanks guys, that's it for today. Talk to you later.